Why am I Gilded Duck? That's a very good question, and I appreciate the many people who asked me in private DMs what Gilded Duck means. And Gilded Duck is because I've always loved ducks. Ducks are just awesome. Like, come on, you have to agree, they're little waddle, like the amount of stuff ducks like do that are crazy. And also a duck walked up to the lemon stand. Like, come on. It's just purely awesome. So with all that stuff in mind, I chose ducks. Now, my favorite building block at the time, when I made the name, not anymore, but when I made the name, was, gilded blackstone. Wow, wow, surprise. I wonder where I got the name from. But, gilded. Gilded blackstone. You sort of get it now? I thought gilded blackstone was a pretty, awesome block, if I do say so myself. So, yeah, gilded duck. Is my name because Gilded Blackstone and ducks. Because ducks are just goddamn awful. I was about to say awful, I meant awesome. Yeah, they're goddamn awesome. What made me want to upload? That is an exceptionally interesting question. And genuinely one I think has a lot of components to it, so I'm gonna go through each one. The first component was Whimsycraft. I'm gonna be real with that. If Whimsycraft didn't exist, I would still be uploading those old Treason videos that I made. Treason was a game on Steam that like I used to upload them at no voice, just plain, Treason, just the gameplay. Not the best thing, and it wasn't very entertaining, but I enjoyed it. It's always been a game that I've enjoyed. Not a very interestingly PG game, which is very funny despite my channel being a PG one. But yeah, that's sort of how it started. I started with Treason. Why did I start is a good question, and I've really got to credit it mostly. Like, I've got to credit a little bit to Whimsycraft, at least. At least a little bit, if not most of it, goes to Whimsycraft for sort of starting me off on this channel, which is the one that has grown more and just been all around better. So, it's gotta be Dang That's a Long Name. Like, I used to watch a bunch of their content and I thought, wow, that's just super cool. If one day I could do that, that would just be awesome. And here we are. We are at the point where I'm making content for fun. I'm getting good amount of views, in my opinion. And I'm enjoying it to hell and back. Like always. Okay, this next question is a kind of a weird one. So, they asked if I'm bald. And I would like to say I hope so. Wait, no, I hope not. Oh, god damn it. Okay, I hope not. I hope I'm not a bald person. But I mean, if I am, it's fine, I guess. But I hope I'm not bald. Okay, next question. What is my favorite thing about Scotland? Ooh, my favorite thing about Scotland is definitely. I don't think most of you would have seen this, but if you go to Isle of Skye, they have they have some hills there, and on the hills, there's some of the most beautiful fog rolling down the hills. One of the best places in Scotland. If you go to Scotland, you need to visit it. Isle of Skye is a go-to in Scotland. Also, I would visit different areas around the mainland. So, get Highlands, get the Midlands, get Central Belt, get everything in, and have a just have a I have a little wander around. It's in a beautiful country. Our landscape is amazing, and I would say that it's just a beautiful place to be at all times. Wouldn't choose a better country for the world. I mean, that makes a bit of sense. But, yeah. So why am I golden? Okay, I was just born like that, you know? You know, like King Midas, you know, he did his stuff. And I just became golden, you know? Like, that's it, really. Okay. Let me look through this thingy of questions I've got in front of me, because I decided to do this. Okay. How did I join the Life Series community? That's a good one. That's a really good one. Okay, so picture this, right? A gilded duck. They're just sitting in bed at like 11 p.m., you know, on their phone, as one does, and they're like, I really like Life Series, and I've seen a couple of the, you know, off-brand ones on YouTube. I wonder if there's any way I could get into one of those, because that'd be awesome. So I look up on the internet, off-brand Life Series, Discord, so I could, like, get into it. And, you know, I find, you know, a bunch of off ones. Like, first I started with Heartfelt, which was, I left that one before it started, because of some drama that happened. You know, Life Series community is very prone to drama. But, yeah, so I started there. That was my starting point. I would even say that's the starting point of, like, Heartfelt is a bit before Whimsycraft. Maybe about a couple months before Whimsycraft. Heartfelt was then. So, I started with Heartfelt, and then I moved around communities a bit, because, you know, that's sort of how Life Series works. You need to move around to keep, you know, staying in Life Series. That's how it works. It's the only way it works. So, that's how I joined and sort of like stayed in the Life Series community. I'm still there actually. I still play Life Series for fun. I don't often record anymore since every single one I've tried to record ends abruptly or doesn't really work content-wise. So, it's more of a shame. So, that's how I joined the Life Series community. So, I am Gilded Duck. Whimsycraft was the first main SMP I joined and was, I'm gonna say, the main reason for everything for me, if I'm gonna be real. They're such amazing people to work with, and genuinely the genius mind of them, like, they're all geniuses, I'm gonna be real. Like, could not trade them for a better, you know, people. Um, Something I would have liked to be asked is, where do I see myself in the next 5 years? And that could be in two different places. One, university. Not the place. Like, I'm still going to university. No matter what, I want to go to university. But the place I want to be is making content. I'm gonna be real. Like, I love content. I love making it. It's just awesome. Yeah, that's me, really. I'm not, like, if you don't, like, for me, I'm always, like, trying to plan what I'm saying before I go into it. Like, in videos. Like, not always, because most of my intros are just freestyles, which you can tell with my ums and buts and all that stuff. But, like, I'm making this off the top of my head. I just wrote down all the questions and started yapping about it while playing parkour horribly. Yeah, I'm not that, like, I'm not amazing at Minecraft, but, like, I would love to see myself grow as a channel and grow at skill in editing, because, come on, like, I think I'm pretty good, but I'm not at I'm not, like, YMG, Alice level, and they're, like, what I strive to be when I'm, you know, further on. That's kind of all I really have to say about my, like, Q&A. I mean, this has not been amazing. I'm not the best at this stuff, since this is my first one. But, like, I'm gonna thank you for watching, and, like, I'm gonna see you next time. So, see ya.